Hello, this is Mark Harris, Mark VH70, and I wanted to make you aware of some things that I have just realized. We had what I found out is called a supermoon, and we had a supermoon eclipse at the end of um, September. This was when the Pope was leaving the United States to go back to Rome. The eclipse was happening as he was flying back to Rome from Philadelphia. Now, if you think about this, this should raise some eyebrows. He was leaving the capital. He was leaving what was the capital of the United States when it started. Somebody said July 4th, 1776. Somebody else said it was August 4th, 1976, when this country was started, because they made some amendments to the Declaration of Independence, and that we didn't really have our country until August 4th, 1776. I didn't know that. Anyway, some things that are important. He left Philadelphia, which is where we began our country. Why did he go to Philadelphia? He was in New York, and he was at the September 11th memorial. This is interesting. This was a tragedy for us. And he met with the World, what is it? The World Meeting of Families, which is a Catholic organization, I found out. And there was a cross on a bell, which represents the Liberty Bell. And that was in Philadelphia, which also represents liberty. He flew to Rome from Philadelphia. The beginning of this country was in Philadelphia. That's where this country began. Now, the interesting thing is, and for a while the capital of the United States, and I would say still, as far as practically the capital of the United States was and is New York City. He flew from Philadelphia on a supermoon eclipse. This was September 27th through 28th, and that's when he flew to Rome. So he's flying to the previous capital from the previous capital of the United States to the capital of Rome, or to the capital of Italy. And the United States rules the world. Many Americans don't know that. The United States is the world ruler. Rome is to be the ruler according to the Revelation. And I'm not looking it up right now. I can't think of where it is. I think it is Revelation 17. The last verse of Revelation 17, I think, says that the woman is that great city that rules over the kingdoms of the earth. You can look that up. Look for Revelation. Use blueletterbible.org, blueletterbible.org if you want to, and look up rules the kingdoms of the world, or I think something like that. The city that now is. Look up a city that rules the kingdoms of the world. And you should find, I think it's Revelation 17, the last verse. So he is metaphorically saying there's a new moon, and a new moon in astrology, and a new moon for people like the Pope and for the Illuminati means a new beginning, or an eclipse. But not, I guess a new moon means a new beginning. But the eclipse is the culmination of a time. And the interesting thing is, he was flying to Rome from the original capital of the United States to the capital of Rome. This implies that the kingdom is changing, and the United States is in the Bible. I won't go into that. The United States is in the Bible. The kingdom of the world was changing from the United States from the original capital of the United States to whatever, New York City or Washington D.C. The original implication is that the capital is now, the world capital is now changing to Rome. The interesting thing is a super new moon, which is when the moon is the closest to the Earth. The closest it gets to the Earth, I think it's the perigee. The perigee means the closest that something is to its center, and the Earth is the center of the moon, or not the center of the moon, but it's the center of the moon's orbit. That happened September 27th and 28th of 2015. And it was a lunar eclipse. This won't happen again until 2033. The reason I say this is prophetic is 2033 is when the Bible says the Antichrist will arise, because he says, and I can't think of where it is right now, you can look it up. I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. Look up beast and sea in blueletterbible.org and read where it says, I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. And I think that's Revelation 13 or Revelation 14. So that narrows it down quite a bit. The Pope is saying, and the Pope, my understanding is that the Catholic Church rules the world through the Jesuits. And the Illuminati were started. The Illuminati were started by the Jesuits. So it's interesting. He's saying that the new moon, he's coming to Rome. He's the world ruler. I think he's manipulated by some people, supposedly somebody called the Black Pope. And he is saying that the rulership is coming back to Rome. From the United States, from Philadelphia where it started, back to Rome. 2033, it says, I saw a beast coming up out of the sea. The last Pisces we go through for a long time, the last 33-year age of Pisces that we come out of for a long time will be this time for 1,000 years. The 33-year age of Pisces will not happen again for about 1,000 years. So that is the most important part of the zodiac, or one of the most important parts of the zodiac, except for the main sign. We're under Aquarius and we're under Pisces as a 33-year age, and the age of Aquarius as the 2,000-year age. We left the age of Pisces, the 2,000-year age of Pisces. The Antichrist will be set up by 2033. That is the next time we have a supermoon eclipse. Supermoon lunar eclipse. All right. So that's what I found out. They're doing this. Apparently, this is important. This is the closest the moon gets, and it was in Aries, the beginning of Aries, whereas the sun was in Libra. This has to do with assertion and action, and it also has to do with coming together of two forces, which has to do with the Philadelphia and the Rome. They're coming together. The power is switching over to Rome. God bless.